everyone, it's Monica and welcome back to Tailor Made Cards for You. Well, today I wanted to share with you one of the only Christmas sets that I bought for the Christmas in July series. And like I've been explaining, a lot of my videos this time around in July are using up what I have. So I really wasn't looking for any new stamp sets in particular. But when I came across this one from Hero Arts, I knew I had to get it. And there's a couple reasons why. Number one, it is so versatile. You can use it with so many stamp sets. I used this one when I was just playing with it with Stamplorations for a background. But you can do it with elves, with Santa, with snowmen. There's so many options with this just cute little set. And then the other reason I bought it is because it doesn't necessarily have to be a North Pole sign. You can use it with other small stamp sets. So while we have a lot of the Christmas signs here, you could easily use this with other stamp sets. So I thought it would be something that I can use all year round. So let's go ahead and put a card together using this set. Now this is, like I said, this was my prototype and I was just kind of playing with it because I wanted to see not only how it would work with stamping but also with washi tape. So I just covered some paper with washi tape and I cut it out using the die, and as you can see it turned out pretty cute. So there's a lot of ways that you can do it, not only with just stamping of course, but you can use some of your red and white washi tape as well. And another thing that I really like about this set is this is a set that you could stamp and cut out and put aside for when you start to actually make your Christmas cards. So in other words, if you wanted to make a few of these or not even put it together, just cut out the pole and cut out the signs. It's a stamp set that you could work ahead of time and then put it aside and then come back to later. So what I wanted to do today is put together a couple of these. And as you can see, I went ahead and I stamped them out and I cut them. But I wanted to go ahead and use one of my digital sets for backgrounds. And I thought that these little characters were just small enough to work. One of the sentiments was reindeer crossing, so I could use that one here. You've got your Santa and you've got some snowmen. So I thought there were a lot of options I could work into using this digital set. So that's what I wanted to do today. Now another thing that I really like about this set is the fact that it is a thinlit set. And what I mean by that is it's not one of the real thick dies. So if you're working at your craft desk, you can easily cut these out without having to pull out your Big Shot. So I have a few stamped here because I was kind of playing off camera a little bit. And all you need to do is just cut these out and they would work with your Sidekick. So I just wanted to go ahead and just do that really quickly on a couple of them here. So Candy Cane Lane, or let's see here if that'll work. And then I can also do the North Pole. And let's go ahead and see if we can get both of these at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and put some washi tape just so they don't move. Now this this Sidekick that I have is a tool that I have sitting on my desk, so it doesn't go very far. So if I'm in the mood to just, you know, cut out some of these smaller dies, I have it right at my fingertips, which makes it nice because then I don't have to keep getting up and down going to my Big Shot. And as you can see, these work really well going through your Sidekick. And then I have more little signs that I could use for my cards. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you, that they will work with your Sidekick. So if you do have a Sidekick, it's just another reason why this is such a fun set. Okay, so I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to go ahead and, like I said, use probably I'll make a couple cards, or maybe just the one. I think I'm going to use the reindeer and maybe the Santa. So let me go ahead and get these cut out and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and cut these out, and when I created this digital set, I created it kind of like a sticker. So I don't know if you can see that there's a small outline around each of the images. So if you have a scan and cut, or if you fussy cut it, it gives you the exact same type of a border. So that way when you cut it out, it will be, you know, exactly the same all the way around. So what I wanted to do was first go ahead and just create this little pole here. And what's fun about this is you can just go as simple or as extravagant as you want on these. I mean, I just stamped it with red ink. You could always color this in. I'm going to leave it blank. You can add some glitter. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you could go with this. And then all you need to do is just figure out what signs you want to have. And I think I'm going to do the reindeer crossing. So let's make sure we have that one. And then we'll have Candy Cane Lane going that way. And then before I actually glue these down, I want to go ahead and use a little bit of my Walnut stain or vintage photo, whichever one you want to use. I think in this instance I'm using vintage photo just to give it a little bit of some aging. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this to the edge. And the ink that I used to actually stamp the signs was vintage photo archival ink. And then for the red and white pole, I used scrapbook.com or cardinal red. All right. And then once you have your ink on your pole, then it's just a matter of adding your glue. Now I wanted to share this with you. This is something my husband uses for his models, and it is just basically a tip that goes right over your glue, and it will control the amount of glue that comes out to make it a little bit thinner. And I really like it. It's been working out really nicely. So I'll make sure I link these for you. I think he said he found them on Amazon, but they've been really great, and they came in a pack. And then you just trim them down to add them to your glue bottles. So that's really nice. And then I'll put my reindeer crossing here. And then finally, we'll do our candy cane vein. Now you can go as fancy. Actually, I shouldn't have used candy cane lane. I want to go the other direction. I'm going to use Santa's Workshop. Okay. That way I have my arrows going in opposite directions. And I made my sign a little bit wonky. I didn't put them straight, and that was intentional. Okay, so now that I have my pole, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to need ahead and get my glue. And just add this. And I cut this paper out using a stitched border die. I'll just put that right there. And then for the pole, I wanted to share this with you. I got these foam sticky stripes from Tailored Expressions, and they work great on the pole. So they're really thin strips, and they fit perfectly, especially if you want to have your pole pop up a little bit. Okay, and then before I actually lay it down, I want to go ahead and figure this out here. So I think I'm going to put, let's see, just trying to figure out how I want to do this. I think when I do the Santa Claus, I'll put him upright, and then maybe I'll put, lots of ways you can go. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do my reindeer here and that there. So let's go ahead and glue down this reindeer. And what's nice about these images also is you could easily print them out on sticker paper. So when you cut them out, you have, you know, them as stickers, and you can use them for envelopes, you can use them for cards. There's lots of options for these little characters. And then for the background, you have these little images where you can put a little reindeer if you wanted to, like I did on this particular one, or snowflakes, just to kind of add to the background. So I'm going to add some snowflakes here. And I've already got my card base ready to go. So I'm just going to add a little bit more glue for my card base. And then the last thing I'll do is I will add my pole. Okay, so as you can see, just a really easy card to put together, and you can certainly put these poles together ahead of time to create some really cute and quick Christmas cards. So I'll go ahead and I'll have images of some of the extra cards that I've created. I'm going to go ahead and create another card using this cute little Santa, but you can certainly use several of these images to go along with this little set, and I'll make sure that I leave links for this one as well. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial on easy Christmas cards. And like I said, if you want to get a couple of sets where you can create some of your embellishments ahead of time, this is a great set because, like I said, you can easily put these little poles together ahead of time, put them in a baggie, and then when you are ready to create your Christmas cards, you can just pull them all out. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you again next time.